I have made a mistake. Siri told me that I had to make a. I got distracted because Siri was summoned them because I said the name. I had to make a 5 bedroom house, and I mentioned about maybe doing different properties, but I've accidentally made 7 bedrooms. So that gives us a bit of a dilemma, which means you guys potentially going to have some sort of say in where my creative series goes next. Just before I start diving into that, thank you to anyone that is watching this because I am really enjoying the journey. I already just can't wait to unlock another tile and think, what am I going to put there? What am I going to put there? And I do think I'm really, really proud of this build. I think this is the best build I've done so far. The house that we're looking at is a 5 bedroom property, and the one next door is actually a 2 bedroom property. So I did the 2 bedroom property first, thinking, oh, I'll just make the next door house a 3 bedroom property, and it had loads of space in it. So I was like, well, if I've got the space, I might as well make the bedrooms. I don't know. Should I have been really strict with myself and just done bigger bedrooms? I'm not sure. So we're in a bit of a situation where we need to kind of change. Well, I feel like I should stick to what Siri's told me and not break the rules. So with the 2 bedroom kind of deficit, whatever, do I destroy 2 properties that are like 1 bedroom? I'm not sure. I'm starting to do the tour, so let me do the tour quick, and then I'll get back. I mean, there's plenty of time later in the video for me to talk about what my plan is and stuff. So, and I don't know, maybe I should just say it over what this is, but we've got a camel in the garden. And that's something that I do in the video. That's why it's such a long video. I'm going to be kind of making the gardens a bit nicer, because at the minute they're just sort of desert and fence. It's not the nicest. So, yeah, you've seen the living area. This is bedroom. I've put paintings in. I think it makes it interesting. I don't know what a lot of the paintings are. They have got proper names and stuff, I know. So this is meant to be like a shower room, could be a bathroom. It's got a big window, so not a lot of privacy, but I suppose you could put a blind in or whatever, couldn't you? Little window on the stairs, and then this is the attic space, but we've got either a little dressing table or recording studio sort of area, and in here is the 2 bedroom. Now, I'm very aware that this bedroom has no windows, and I don't know how I feel about that. Would anyone actually have a bedroom with no windows? I think that would just make you very, very depressed. I think natural light is so, so important for your mood and stuff. That's why I hate at work when my students put the blinds down. I'm just trapped in a room. I'm like, I need natural light, and maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm too sensitive. And then we get onto this property, which I am super proud of, and I end up changing this property in the episode. Whoop, got stuck. Yeah, I think it's got character. It looks, decent size or whatever. So this is the, obviously, hallway. We've got, this would be the living space, quite nice and light and airy and spacious. This is the kitchen area, dining area. So maybe the mistake with this house was that I did the living area first, and I made that nice big living room, and then, yeah, it just meant that there was loads of space upstairs. So coming up the stairs, this would be like a shower room, and I believe I do start decorating in the episode. So apologies if you don't want to see that, but I'm going to continue giving a tour. I end up changing the roof of this property, and I think I ruined it a little bit. So yeah, there'll be the opportunity for you to give me your thoughts. That was another bedroom if you didn't see it. I mean, I'm sure you saw it, but I was just waffling. Another bedroom here, they've all got the paintings in. And then another bedroom there, same picture as we've had a couple of times now. So, and that's the view from the window. So as we head upstairs again, I mean, there was this space in the house, so why not? All this attic space I've converted into rooms too. So bedroom, it doesn't have a window, and there's a reason it doesn't have a window, because that sort of part at the front of the property, am I going to show now? I think I show now, yeah. And I should have just smashed through the wall. I think I'd do that in the end. As I've mentioned, I think it looks quite kind of picturesque from the outside. I'm trying to picture it with a window at the top there. Yeah, I don't know. Would that look? I think it just kind of ruins the aesthetic a little bit. So, survey says no, I reckon. No to having a window, which then again, I don't know. Should I make a rule that I'm not allowed bedrooms without windows? I really don't know. So that was a bedroom there, and then yeah, we need something on that wall. Great big picture. What is that? Finger pointing at judo person. So yeah, turning this into a little bathroom. Maybe it'd be better as an ensuite. And to be fair, there was me saying that it doesn't have windows. That's the thing that I do. I'm sorry I recorded this when did I record it? Was it yesterday? Gosh, it's been a long, I would say a long day. It's Sunday morning when I'm recording this. But yesterday was a long day. I was exhausted. So yeah, another little shower room in here, and I'll explain why. Did I just show the bedroom behind? I got distracted. I'm not even sure. So there is a bedroom just in there. I guess I've shown you it already. Apologies if I haven't. I was not watching, and I'm not rewinding the recording. I can't be bothered. It's already a super long episode. So yeah, that's kind of why there are 5 bedrooms in that house, which means I mean, look at that chimney. I'm really proud of that. I think that's cool. I'm glad that we're finally getting to the point of me showing what I'm capable of in terms of builds, and I just think it's only going to get better. Some of my houses I've built so far in this series have been so ugly. So yeah, look, I'm starting to think about how I can put windows in. And generally, like, I love those houses that have got, I made a mistake there, we go, fixing it. I love those houses that have got kind of rooms in the attic. I'd love one myself. I just think they've got character, they feel cozy. They also, if they've got like skylights or whatever, are nice and airy. So yeah, you're going to see me now put in a lot of windows into this property. I might skim past it if it gets a bit boring, because if I'm honest, I'm getting a bit bored of watching it. And I'll squeeze in some waffle about. I mean, I'm gonna try and not bore you to death. I'm probably doing it already, but about the things that I was saying. So I am gonna also like design the gardens in this video. And I mentioned in my last recording it was a mini motorways video that I've just done. That it's interesting. I've done Minecraft videos where I upload like a 6-minute video, and I've got Minecraft videos where I upload a half-an-hour video, and there doesn't seem to be much difference in the views. I thought that would be really interesting to see if people prefer the shorter videos or the longer videos, and there's no difference whatsoever that I can see. Let me try and have another look quickly. So I don't know. Generally, feel free to let me know. Do you prefer longer videos, shorter videos? Do I just keep doing whatever I feel like doing? I mean, sometimes it's a case of whether I can make a video out of something or not. And I think I've been doing right in terms of, yeah, it might have been the title, to be fair. 6-7 Riz. What am I like? Yeah, and the longer video got less views, to be fair. So there's me saying there's no difference. And I'm here making a long video. Risky, risky, risky. Yeah, that's put me off. That's fully put me off. I get distracted so easily. So easily. So yeah, you're going to see me designing the gardens, and I think they look really nice as well. I mean, in general, I love gardening. I sometimes think with the colder mornings, and I don't know, because I think, like, would I love that as a career, being a gardener? I see people that are gardeners and think, gosh, that can't be anywhere near as stressful as my job. But then, I don't know, but yeah, teaching is crazy. So you see me now trying to put some more windows into this property. I'm sort of looking at the aesthetic of the building, so you can see me there moving what was meant to be, I've not explained, but that was meant to be like a toilet and a shower cubicle. So I'm swapping those round so that we've got a window above the toilet. I mean, obviously it would have to be like a frosted window, or again, use a blind is another alternative. Yeah, so you're going to see me adding some windows into these upstairs rooms. So let's go back then to the options in terms of what I do, because Siri told me to make a 5-bedroom property, and I've accidentally done 2 properties that ended up being 7 bedrooms in total. So the options are, do I just completely demolish the 2-bedroom house, which I think would be a shame. I'm fairly happy with that 2-bedroom house, apart from the bedroom not having a window. That is an issue. Or should I have just done like a massive open plan bedroom upstairs? But I don't know how I feel about open plan bedrooms, because they don't really exist IRL. Yeah, well, as far as I'm aware of. Not in my culture anyway. I'm sure in some places they do. So that's one option. Do I just get rid of that 2-bedroom house, even though I quite like it? Not sure. But again, I'm leaving it kind of up to you guys. And also, I'm going to say, by the way, if I don't get a response about this, like within 24 hours of the video being posted, I'm just going to do what I want to. So you've got a 24-hour window to say your thoughts. The options are either demolish that house that is joined onto this one. Another option is to demolish other properties, and feel free to say which ones you want to go. You know, if you want to get involved in this, have a bit of an input and say, which house do you want me to get rid of? Which house do you like the least? Another option is, do I convert one of the houses or 2 of the houses or whatever? Because I'm very aware now, I'm sort of trying to think about population, that we're going to need workplaces. So we've already got like the fishmonger. which is great. I mean, it provides. I've worked out maybe like two shopkeepers, two fishermen to suffice that. But there's still a few people potentially that don't have jobs. I mean, I can find jobs for people. It's not a problem. We need builders to build the houses, miners to mine the resources. But I'm very aware at the minute as well. I've not um, unlocked a tile where we could do mining unless we literally just start digging in the ground. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it semi-realistic, which again is ridiculous, but I think it just makes the story a little bit more interesting. I know there's a pit just to the left of me here, and that would be great for mining. I've actually gone down that pit, and maybe spoiler alert, there are resources in there. A very valuable ore, I'm sure you can guess which one, hiding at the bottom. So yeah, I thought that'd be a great mine. I think I was just bored and thought I'd see, oh, what's down there? And I had a look. Because I always get to the end of the recording and I think, oh, I want to build in this tile next, but I'm not allowed because Siri's not told me I can. It's really interesting. So yeah, I didn't quite finish the other option, but let me just recap because I'm just getting sidetracked. But yeah, options are demolish the house joined onto this one. Just demolish some other properties and feel free to tell me which ones you want to go, or do I just let Siri choose? That could be detrimental. But again, if I don't want to destroy like a nice house that I've made, maybe I won't listen to it. I'm sure no one's bothered. And then the other option is, do I convert some of the houses that I've got already into shops instead? So if it's like a one-bedroom property, do I convert that into a shop, or maybe like a council office or a police station, just some place of work instead of, like, is that the way the series is going to go? Every time I accidentally build too many bedrooms, end up converting other properties into useful things, I don't know. So they're the options anyway. So what do you think I should do? Do I demolish the house on the side, demolish other properties, or convert other properties into workplaces? Because really not sure. And workplaces is something I'm going to have to start thinking about, as the population grows and grows. I'm aware we don't need a school yet. I think I've worked out there'd be about 4 children in this little village community. So at the moment, we're imagining those people would be homeschooled rather than state educated. But again, we need a state. There's no kind of council offices or anything at the minute. So is that the next step forward? I'm not sure. And it'd be great to kind of get to the point where people are hopefully suggesting what they want to see next. Because again, I've got the capabilities to make like interesting builds, like fairly realistic takeaway shops, supermarkets, and I think I can make them look quite good, in my opinion, being a little bit biased and blow my own trumpet. But that's hopefully where we can get to eventually. And I just can't wait till we've got like skyscrapers and stuff. I mean, the skyscrapers are super boring to make, and they're also, I think they're nice to look at, but in terms of living in, I don't know. Would anyone actually live in a flat? Like when I was house hunting myself, I was adamant I wanted a garden. I've mentioned I've got that interest in gardening. I wanted some outside space, and sometimes I think, well, if I had an apartment, because I sometimes think about those flats like at Cleethorpes Seafront, the views must be absolutely incredible. There's always something to see. But like, if you don't get a garden, that's a bit of a deal breaker for me, and maybe it wouldn't be for other people. Clearly, some people are not bothered, and there's some people that really don't want a garden. They don't want, to have to manage one or whatever. So for some people, it's perfect. But I just love. I mean, I love being outdoors. I love fresh air. I love nice gardens. I think are really peaceful and relaxing. I'd love at some point in my lifetime to try and have like a peace garden somewhere that's not my own house. Because I think sometimes, yeah, this is where I start messing up the aesthetic look. It looks awful. So again, if you want me to change it, let me know. But we'll see what it looks like first. Um, yeah, I think sometimes I've realised the thing is to get away from home or work or whatever. I'm always either practically at home or at work. It was nice to get out and about yesterday, but I feel like personally I didn't go anywhere super exciting, and I could have suggested, let's do this, let's do that. Um, yeah, I don't know. I was also really tired. I'm just exhausted from work all the time. This is why I think, like being a gardener or whatever, which I'm about to do in my Minecraft series, my little escapism. Um, I'd imagine that's like a much more relaxed career and potentially something I'd find enjoyable, maybe even more enjoyable. I don't know. Um, I do love maths. I really do love maths. I don't know if that shines through in my videos or not, but yeah, I love solving problems and getting them right. But in reality, teaching is more than just that. That's the thing. There's other challenges in it. I'm not saying I don't want to do those things. But yeah, the workload, it's not fun. Not fun at all. But anyway, enough about me moaning. So that's what I've done with the property. It doesn't look as aesthetically pleasing at the minute, does it? Because I put those kind of um, extra roof bits on. But what I'm going to do now is start designing the garden. So I'll let that play in the background and then maybe waffle about my life. I don't know. And we do actually as well need to decide what's going to happen in the next episode, don't we? Which is ace, because then I can go and record it. I am loving this series, absolutely loving the series. So honestly, like literally, massive thank you to anybody that is just watching the videos, following along. For me, I think it would just make great background viewing in an evening time if you're really that bored. Something to watch, something to listen to. Because oh my gosh, I've said it before. When I started my YouTube, I just thought TV is so boring. Like, just in general, the world is not what it used to be. And I don't know, you always, I used to hear adults saying that all the time and think, oh, it's not that bad. But I've seen it now myself growing up. You used to have amazing programs on telly all the time. There'd be something you could switch on and, oh yeah, that's really interesting. And now, maybe it's just me, I don't know. I just think it's all, oh, I've got on the camel. It's all super, super boring. I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm starting to decorate this garden too. And I'm quite happy with how the gardens turn out, but again, feel free to let me know your thoughts. Yeah, loving this series, really excited to just make more of these videos. And like I've said, the background viewing, I think it's perfect background viewing. I wish I could find something like this that other people are putting out, whether it's mini motorways videos or Minecraft videos like this, chill ones, not like super intense. I don't know. I sometimes think about a survival series. I just can't do it around my job. That is the thing. I cannot commit to recording, uploading. Yeah, you might think, well, sir, you're doing this. I'm saying so as if it's my students watching. It probably is my students watching, but I'm aware there's potentially other people that watch my videos too. You might think, well, you're recording this one. Well, sometimes these are just like 5-minute videos, aren't they? And building, yeah, I don't know. I enjoy the building. I'm not sure I enjoy survival as much. I feel like survival mode on Minecraft can be quite dead-ended. Like once you've done a certain amount of things, it's like, what do you do next? Just go exploring. Great. Just keep exploring and exploring. Well, you're just going to keep finding the same thing again and again, surely. Oh, did I not finish that off? Well, best finish that then. So I'll finish that bit off. Which again, oh, it's not going to ruin the aesthetic. I'll change the roof a little bit so it doesn't look all higgledy-piggledy. And I think on the whole, I still am happy with this build, even though I've put those little extra bits on the side and ruined the picturesque roof that was before. And maybe if I get told to make another, 5-bedroom property, oh no, I can't do 5-bedroom because again, it'll ruin it. So I don't know, should I have done something different with that loft space? I'm not sure. It's interesting, but yeah, I don't know. It looks to me at the minute now it's got all those windows. It looks like a proper modern maybe apartment building, like in a city or something. Yeah, the chimney needs to be a bit taller. I kept thinking that, and I'm glad I fixed it because it just didn't look right to me. But again, feel free to let me know your thoughts. The chimneys are always slightly higher, aren't they? And I think the logic is so that when we used to have like proper fires, again, the world is changing, and they still exist, but not as much because we know how bad they are for the environment. But when we used to have proper fires, it was so that the smoke could. God, what a different world! And still, we're struggling with global warming. But are we suffering the repercussions of things that happened all that time ago? I don't know. Don't know. But I think I don't know. I was taught in science at school that practically everything, like even me speaking, and that won't, because we were taught in science that energy cannot be created or destroyed; it just changes form. So I was saying to my science teacher, well, so like, it's going to get really deep, and forgive me, but I was saying like, well, obviously me talking right now, I'm producing sound energy, which has come from do you call it chemical energy from me eating the food that I've had? Fine, which comes from the sun, which obviously at some point was light energy. So basically, energy, yeah, changes into different forms. But then once I spoke and I've said something, you've heard the noise, but that's it. So where does that energy go then? And my science teacher, I mean, she used to love me asking these little questions. I was really intrigued. Just how the world works. And she really thought I was going to go on to do amazing things. Gosh, I wish I could tell her what I'm doing with my life. I mean, what, playing Minecraft videos at the age of 27? I'm 27 now. But I think, oh, as maybe cringe as it is, I want to do this my whole life. Like, I can imagine even when I'm a retired old man, I love playing the game. I love making videos. Yeah, like if this was not recorded, I'd get bored of it. But because it's recorded and people watch it, and yeah, maybe you get like one extra view or something, it makes it a bit exciting. And I can't tell you at the minute, like the sort of buzz that I am getting. This is me. Let me finish what I was saying, or I'll get distracted, and I'll explain that in a minute. The buzz that I'm getting from just getting people commenting on my videos, like I keep looking at my phone thinking, am I going to get a new comment on a video? And I never know what they're going to say, and that's super exciting. So just that kind of excitement, I think, is something that I really look forward to. So anyway, what I was just doing there is I was trying to work out where the middle of the village was, because if I am going to transform any of the properties into shops, to me it makes sense for a shop to be in the middle. You know, where are people going to walk past the most? And I always think about that, like when I'm driving around or whatever, like where is the most footfall? If you're local to Grimsby, which is where I live, you might know that Willesby Road is just, the traffic on that road is chaotic. I mean, can you imagine if we knew the actual number of cars that drive down that road every day? I mean, it's a fairly direct link to get to Cleethorpes, um, but yeah, it's just absolutely crazy. And sometimes I think, like, if I could buy one of those houses and turn it into a business. Yeah, I was trying to let the camel escape, but in the end, it escapes and then it goes back in and traps itself. So I'm like, right, well, that's a choice you've made. It's chilling out, look. Should we name the camel? Has anyone got any, am I going to regret saying this, but suggestion names for the camel? So yeah, so look, you can see me starting to make like proper gardens now. And I've not fully explained what I did with that pillar a moment ago, so I quite like how the gardens turn out. They've got like a bit of aesthetic. Now, right now, I didn't know if I was cheating by putting grass in, because really I've not unlocked a tile that's got grass blocks in. Yeah, we go, the camel's returned. Um, has anyone got any name suggestions for the camel? I'm thinking Jerry. I don't know why. Jerry the camel. He's going to be trapped in that garden now for the foreseeable, I would imagine. I don't think he's going to despawn. I'm not sure. We'll see. Yeah, Jerry seems quite happy just chilling out on the patio. For God's sake. And I remember thinking, like, should I let him escape? I think I leave it open a little bit, but he's just not bothered. So leave him to it. Yeah, here thinking, is he going to? And again, I don't know if he comes out and then goes back in, but it just does not seem bothered. Do we call? If nobody says anything, I'm calling it Jerry the Camel. I don't know why I thought of Jerry, but that's the name that came into my head. Yeah, am I cheating using grass blocks? Because I've not unlocked a tile that's got grass blocks in yet, so don't know. Not sure, but it definitely makes the gardens look a lot nicer. I mean, hopefully eventually all the gardens are going to look like this. We'll see, because I'm aware that I've just left them. You might know, I've said before, the interest for me is the architecture, and that's quite often why I've not decorated all the properties, or at least decorated them properly. I've got to work out maybe if you can fit a bed in or whatever, but I'm not bothered about actually making it look pretty. I know I did in that video because I thought, oh, it's for YouTube, I'll go that extra mile. Maybe I should have done that from the start, but really just, I don't know, enjoying. I love playing the game, I love making videos. Like I say, it's got a bit more purpose to it. People are going to watch it. If I was just playing at home, yeah, I could still get Siri to pick a direction and build something, but nobody would see it other than me. It'd be quite boring, I think. So yeah, I don't know. Just makes it a bit more exciting. Right, so I'm getting all the decor done. I wonder how long is left on this recording. Not very long at all. So I've done the ultimatums of what do I do in terms of the extra 2 bedrooms. What I've not done is actually seen which direction we're going to expand in next. So I hope I'm going to fly around at some point just to make the options really clear, which I believe I do in the recording. So I'll wait till that bit comes and then we'll see which tile we're going to unlock and how many bedrooms we need to add into the world, whether it's in the new tile or in an existing tile. I can't believe I broke the rules with this one, and I could have changed it really, just got rid of that 2-bedroom house, but I was quite proud of what I'd made and I wanted to show it off, so that's what I've come up with. Yeah, it's quite a big building, isn't it? But this is in the village centre, so you're going to get built up areas. So it looks like I'm done kind of with my, what do you call it? I want to say aquascaping, that is not the right word. Landscaping is the right word. Aquascaping is underwater, isn't it? Or with water, anyway. All right, putting some more bushes in. And again, am I cheating because we've not even unlocked a tree? But then it's saying, well, should I not be using wood? I'm thinking too much into it. But yeah, really excited for where this world's going to go, which I don't have a name for. Maybe we should make a name for the world. I'm not sure. Not sure. I kept thinking like Pickford. I don't know if that's an actual place. Shall I check now? And then I think in a second I fly around and see what options we've got for unlocking tiles. That must be a place. It sounds familiar to me. If it is a place I've never been. Pick. Pickford Green in Coventry. There's Pickford in the United States. So it's a place in the United States. Maybe I've heard of it in like a video or something then. Right, am I not going to fly around and see what tiles we can unlock? Let me check. It looks like no. So, right. What I'll do then is I'll just kind of point them on the screen. I thought I did it in the recording, but maybe I'm getting mixed up. So, in terms of tiles that I can unlock, well, if we're going north, there's only that tile I can unlock. To the east, it's either east 1. Oh no, I can't unlock that because I've not got the one next to it. So either east 1, east 2, east 3. Or we've got south 1, south 2. And you can't quite see it, but west there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's get Siri to pick a number between 1 and 4. Pick a number between 1 and 4 to see which direction we're going in.
That would be 2.
2. So that's east. We're going to unlock an east tile. That's interesting. So we've not been this way for a while. In fact, I haven't been that way at all, have I? I started with that tile. So now it's to see, is it going to be east 1, east 2, or east 3? Let's have a look. Pick a number between 1 and 3.
The answer is 2.
2. So we're unlocking that middle one. Okay, and that is like village centre, so interesting. There's a bit of a hill there. I plan to keep some of that character if I can. Now we need to decide how many bedrooms we're going to add to the world, and this is completely separate to those extra 2 bedrooms, by the way, unless we take it off this number. Again, that's another option, so I maybe go off whatever the first comment is, if somebody comments. If not, I'll just choose myself. So pick a number between 1 and 5. And remember,
the answer is 2.
2. So it's got to be 2 bedrooms that we're adding to the world. Let's hope I don't break all the rules again this time. So I hope that was an interesting watch. In the next video, you're going to see me unlock this tile here and build a 2-bedroom property. I don't know if it'll be in that space or somewhere else. I don't know yet. I might fly around my world, decide where to put it. If you've got any suggestions, let me know, because I'm more than willing to do what people want to see. But otherwise, I'm going to keep chugging away with my Minecraft world. I'm enjoying it so much. Just never know which way I'm going to go next or how many bedrooms I've got to add to the world. So yeah, let's see what I come up with. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you again soon for another Minecraft video.